I took martial arts when I was 25 or 26. Anyways, I took martial arts for at least 6 months, okay? I don't know a lot of it, but I have a good foundation of martial arts. I can't speak very well. My motor skills are going away because of too much traumatic events, but I am feeling physically fine besides just exhaustion. And if you are wondering, yes, I took martial arts maybe close to a year, and then unfortunately I didn't finish it. But this was in Des Moines, Washington, and I had 3 predators plotting on my life. Eric Williams, the Walters. The Walters were a married couple, and they were related to me legally, the Walters. One is. So, putting life insurance policies out on me, putting me out, doing things. There's so much, oh God, of course there is, that I could tell the counter-terrorists and the feds about my 20s and my 30s with these suspects. But nobody has ever spoken to me, and that's partly why my motor skills and my mouth breaks down and I can't talk. I have a hard time because I'm completely overwhelmed. What does it take to get motherfuckers to stop plotting on you? What does it take to get somebody to hear the victim's testimony, the victim of crime? What does it take? You know, when I ended up in a terrorist cell and all these same suspects were all communicating, let me plug my ears, with clear and overt fucking violent terrorists, I completely gave up any hope. Okay, what I do is what the public has seen, some of what I do. And it's everything possible to get these terrorists who are here in my present house arrested for terrorism. And possibly, God willing, the suspects who are involved with them, who are legally, some of them related to me, will be questioned and arrested after that too. Because you cannot have this much to do with no fucking terrorists. There's no doubt about them here. And not be fucking arrested and questioned. God damn, they're screaming their sirens here. They're scum. You cannot have your window open here. Anyways, I took martial arts, and if I would have had a way better life, and I wasn't scared of my relatives, and that was about a year after that martial arts class, I went into the Des Moines police. Gotta keep my ears plugged. I went into the Des Moines police precinct and I told them, I am afraid for my life. I said, I'm afraid this man is absolutely going to try to kill me. Damn right. And I said it. I walked up to the plexiglass and said it sober and face to face to a fucking cop. I didn't know how to report any of that. I've always been by myself. The relatives who I have no relation and contact with never had anything to do with me until I was in my 30s. There's so much I could tell feds. Anyways, so I didn't finish my martial arts. No, because I wasn't, because of God's will, I wasn't given opportunities like other people to have any normal life. In my 20s, I started to have serious concerns for my safety of the relatives and Eric Williams. In my 20s, because of the childhood trauma and the never-ending fucking issues of safety around my relatives, never-ending, dude, to this day. I wasn't dealing with that well. No young person possibly could. And I started drinking alcohol really heavily. So there was just no possibility that I could have finished those martial arts fucking classes. And you know, I could fall into depression and I could fall into sadness. But what I did instead was I got sober and I just kept going and finished school, just do something to make it better. Okay, and that is what it did. And now it's a little late. I'm not interested in martial arts, but I'm glad I have that foundation. And it's the same for college. I don't even want to fucking bother with it now. Those 6 credits, I just can't do it, dude. Too much has happened. I have smelled too many fucking people being cooked in this house. I just smelled it again today, 2 times in a row. If that's not enough reason to explain why I just don't fucking care right now about those 6 credits, I don't know what else could explain better. And the fucking person who's eating them is going in the yard getting fucking nasty weeds. She's so psychotic. You see what the counter-terrorists are going to do when they get their hands on her. I got to keep my ears plugged here. She goes in the yard, digs around, gets stuff. Then right here, dude. Then they dig right there. Oh, I filmed it all, but I can't ever talk about the floors. And they get they got the human remains down there. And then she starts filling the house up with hearts and different various organs and tissues. Yeah, no, I'm just not interested in the 6 credits or the martial arts. I'm gonna have to pick my life back up again. And I feel like I'm getting a little old for that, you know? When does it end, man? I thought I picked my life up. I was about to graduate and I felt old then. But I knew what I had overcome and I knew what I had dealt with and I knew what I came from. I knew where I had come from. So it didn't feel too bad, but now I'm just fucking done, man. I don't care about the 6 credits or the martial arts. I've given up. It wasn't God's will that I ever had these kind of opportunities. I don't know what God fucking wants anymore. All I know is he wants me to live here every day with psychotics who ingest human tissue and organs, who fucking fill the house with chemical weapons. The stenches are unholy here. That's all I know. I'm gonna do everything I can to get the counter-terrorist cops to raid this house and arrest the U.S. politicians, okay? I'm gonna do everything I can. And then maybe once they've made the arrest and they've raided this house, talking to them and doing my statements and stuff can give me some clarity as to what I'm doing with my life after that, because after all of this, I have not any idea. I say president, but don't forget I handed over the entire government to the Israeli Armed Services. I'm not the president anymore. The proper people are the presidents. It's the Israeli military. They're your presidents. This is true because the ones down the street have no legal authority. They have no authority. Anyone that wants to can type anything they like about these people, these senators and politicians. The ones they're arresting, and you can read the headlines, are their own white nationalists. If you really wanted to start fighting the power and you were some of the 40% of the good Americans, you could really fuck their shit up right now, because none of them have any legal power. It's like the Prince Harry, the scumbag whose wife and him run hookers in LA. Prince, the whole British monarchy are criminals, so they lost all their power. He doesn't have his police protections. A big reason why, but they won't talk about that because the press is neo-Nazi, which is his crowd. Okay, so if you want to fight the power, you could say some really atrocious shit and make some serious threats, and they couldn't do shit to you. I'd love to see the secret fucking police do it. Those secret police, all these DHS, are fucking chewing on their fingernails right now from the military, and that's what I mean. Maybe when I talk to these military people, I still have a little hope they'll get in. Maybe I can figure out what I'm doing with my life after that, because I've been through too much. Oh yeah, you can't finish martial arts. You can't do anything, right? You can't finish college. Like, wow. And why is that? Because of the country I was in. What it really turned out when you helicopter out of it, you look up, I mean down from up. It's hard to explain. Try to stay calm and helicopter out of this. You realize, Heidi, you're in a really bad country, sweetie. You're in a country that is fucking ridden with the Ku Klux Klan. You're in a country where they fucking hate people like you, sweetie. You're born to a family like that, and this is a family of many, many millions of families just like yours who are allegiant to some sort of white power, and people like you are doomed, hon. And you tried and tried and tried to make it better, and you just never could. And then there was this uprising of those fucking Klan people, and they trapped you in one of their Klan terrorist cells, sweetie. You've got a helicopter. Think out of it. Otherwise, you're going to be so overwhelmed. Because you can never, no matter what, get any help or make your life better. And why is that? It's the country you're from. And they spend all their time here. All their time. Writing news stories about how they're the good guys, how the U.S. is the justice. What justice? This terrorist fucking goes and cooks human organs. The house was filled up with it after she went to the yard and drugged some. Did you see that? It's on the film, dude. And she goes and chops that up with her human organs, and it's filling up in here. And these cops that she's with, she eats them. She was ingesting them. I smelled it again. And they believe, oh, just arrest her. Tell her she's imagining all these smells. This is done, man. I'm going to keep trying to help the good military get in. Goodbye.